Joining us now, U.S. Senate candidate and former Michigan congressman, former chairman of the House Intel Committee, Mike Rogers. I'm just going to call you Mike, and Senate candidate. Great to see you. Thank you so much for being here, Mike. So your opponent for the open Senate seat in Michigan, Alyssa Slotkin, told her donors on Tuesday that private polling shows Donald Trump is running ahead in the state of Michigan. Right now, Biden is behind Trump in all of our polling, and this Senate race is in a dead heat. How does that help you? How do you leverage that to your advantage?
Well, just a couple of things. If you think about it, she's willing to tell donors in Hollywood and New York City that she thinks Biden's in trouble, but she won't talk to the people she represents here in Michigan. She's a congresswoman here. That this has been a problem. And if you think about it, yes, all of the political things are problems. Think about this. You know, we weren't the only ones that watched that, what I thought was a sad performance for the president of the United States, about as close to elder abuse as you can get. So did Russia. So did Iran. So did China. Matter of fact, we had a nuclear-powered Russian submarine show up in Havana. China announced it's expanding its Chinese signals intelligence operations in Cuba, just 90 miles away from the shore. This has major implications. I have never seen a political cover-up this big in my lifetime. And I think they're all going to tank, and I don't care who they switch them out with. There is no unicorn going to come in and save what they have done to the American people the last 2 years. Who was in charge? Who was making decisions? Certainly our allies and our adversaries know something was wrong. So did every Democrat in Washington, D.C. I think they're going to have to pay a price for this.
You know, Mike, I had the privilege of serving you within the Congress. Our time overlapped. I would say you're probably one of the most serious members of Congress when you were there, and one of the smartest policy guys in the Congress. I have to imagine as you travel the state of Michigan and you're talking about ideas, which is what you do. You talk about ideas and where the country should go.
Yep.
Your opponent stuck with the Joe Biden set of ideas because those are the Democrat ideas. Where are the people? Do they want free enterprise? Do they want lower taxes? Do they want secure borders? Are they buying into the ideas on policy that you're selling them?
Oh, my gosh. I have never seen it, Sean. And you and I have been through some good years and some tough years when we were in the House, for sure. I've never seen issues line up for Republicans like I have this year. You talk about a border that's absolutely broken and open, and it's brought fentanyl deaths, 3,000 to Michigan, unprecedented numbers. It's brought criminal, organized crime cartels across the border are now operating in Southeast Michigan in a very organized manner. They're bringing methamphetamine up through the border. They're bringing fentanyl up, and they're doing these high-end home invasions here, causing real problems. And, of course, we lost Ruby Garcia to an illegal immigrant murder in the west side of the state. We've had minors that have been sexually assaulted here by illegals. Listen, this has come home. They're certainly not there. They want this thing fixed. And you know what they want? They want it back to normal. They want their paycheck to be able to go through the end of the month for groceries. The most expensive vehicle to operate in Michigan this year, Sean, is your shopping cart. It is really hurting average working families who are just struggling to pay the bills. They know that's wrong, and they know Democrats did that to them. Then you talk crime, and of course, in this state, EVs, the electric vehicle mandates. Even auto workers are starting to abandon the Democrat Party. They know this is going to be 40% less labor. And by the way, it empowers China. 85% of EVs have to be processed through China, the critical minerals. This is nuts, and most people know it's nuts. And so when you ask them, they go, no, not with them on border, not with them on the economy, not with them on crime, for sure. And they're not with them on what the future looks like for their children. Our schools are a mess. You have adults males, biological males competing against their daughters at school. Right. None of that's normal.
Mike, I do want to ask you, because you mentioned the UAW, the auto workers, electric vehicle manufacturing particularly. But the Biden Energy Department has awarded its $1.7 billion in grants to the automakers for electric vehicle manufacturing. It's being allocated to plants across 8 states, and looky-loo where they are: Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Maryland, and Georgia, most of your major swing states. Does this help swing votes toward Biden, or do people in those states realize they're in essence setting this money on fire?
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, I think there's a segment of the population wants to believe it. They'll believe just about anything that they throw at them from Washington, D.C., and they think money means real things. Here's the problem. You convert completely to electric in a state like Michigan, 70,000 UAW jobs will be gone. 70,000. It's 40% less labor to make that electric vehicle. And as I said, they had to give a Chinese company in Michigan, by the way, brought it from China to Michigan for the technology to help them build batteries for a car that the government mandated you're going to have to buy and told these auto companies you're going to have to build. Now, I don't know about you. That sounds about as un-American as you can get. The market will solve this problem if you let it. The problem is they want to intervene in the market. And in doing so, the Chinese are going to win on the backs of American workers, and you're going to lose 70,000 UAW workers across this state. And here's the other thing. People don't want to buy them. That's why the government has to mandate that you get one.
No doubt.
I mean, let the market work. If you're a family trying to get your kids from soccer, and Sean, you know this, you've got a passel of kids. You going from soccer to dance practice to baseball, whatever it is, you can't stop in the middle of the day and charge up for 2 hours. You're just adding misery to people's daily lives.
That's what this administration is about. These policies are about misery for all of us.
Right.
Mike Rogers, good luck on the campaign trail. Thanks for being with us on the bottom line.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Dagan.
Good to see you, Mike.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.